That would be funny. Huh? That's funny. Nicole was telling me that I should start off with my slogan for our seasoning company, which is slap your lips but not your mama. You always say that because the food is really, really good when it's done because I believe the seasoning is so good. But at the same time, you want to, with my mom anyway, I could smack my lips, but if I smack my mama, she's gonna smack me back.
Right.
And so, thank you guys for giving me your time and your attention to share with you our next 3 goals for our organization, Cold Seasoning. Okay, the first goal that I'm gonna have is I'm gonna increase sales in business to customer revenue from Cold Seasonings by 25% over the next 6 months through targeted marketing and campaigns to scale and expand our customer base. So with that, to break that down and explain it, the 25%, I took our usual or our annual, or not our monthly amount that we've had over the last couple of months, and I've divided that by, say 25% is only $2,500. And so that means that I have to sell 44 of, and then I'm selling sets of 8 seasonings. And so I have to sell 58 more per month, which is 15 more sales per week. So like yesterday, we sold 8. Some of you guys, some of the great, my great classmates, purchased 8. So that means that I just have to sell more, like 7 more to increase over this week. So that's just 7 more to increase over this week. Thank you so much. And so then the actions that we were going to take is I'm going to increase our email send out. So we do usually probably 2 email send outs per week to be able to do this. And we're going to probably change that to maybe 4. But we'll try to change it from a video and then a static and kind of, alternate and look at that. And then we also do a broadcast every morning at 5 o'clock. And so what we'll do is we'll get up and we'll do that, but then we'll also do commercials with those broadcasts. So then with every one of the broadcasts, you'll see a commercial. And then we also do a TikTok, but I'm gonna probably engage TikTok more from the sales perspective now than I have in the past. And the resources we need is that we need sales funnel creation and to be able to automate through CRM. And so we were using the sales funnel in Infusionsoft, but then we found that if we use Pipeline Pro, then it's a lot more economical and it's probably pretty much the same process. And then also doing the retarget source through Google, and then also connection with a macro influencer, and that's a person who usually has about 100,000 following. And some of you may that number may be different from you all. I have a couple of friends who have at least 400,000 to 1 million people on social media, on YouTube and on Facebook. And so I'm going to ask them if they will do videos with me, and those are my personal friends. So I'll ask them if they'll do videos with me to be able to increase the number of people who see what we do. And then our second, also my wife wants to do a show called Cooking with the Coles. And so as we do the Cooking with the Coles, we'll do it in different areas. So we'll do one in Tampa, one in Atlanta, in different areas around the nation where we have friends that have nice kitchens and we can do those events there. The second goal is to boost brand awareness and visibility for Cold Season by 40%. Again, currently we have 21,000 Facebook followers, 20,000 email on our email list. And so that means by 40% within the next 12 months by implementing a comprehensive social media strategy, influencer collaborations, and content marketing initiative. So with that, 40% would equal to 8,400 new followers or new people that follow us. So we want to increase by that 8,400 within the next year. So I don't think that'll be really too hard to do. And then resources, of course, finding and hiring a part-time staff member or an intern, a volunteer or social media manager. We've usually been using Handshake to add to our team. And so Handshake has really been really good for us. And I'm cautious to say this because I'm a graduate of University of South Florida, but I found that the students from University of Tampa are usually better and probably more equipped to do what we need done. And so they've been really good. Some of the guys that come from the University of South Florida, I'm like, oh God, who taught you? Who are you? Okay. Okay. And then again, we're gonna try to connect with a macro influencer to help to increase our product line. And then we need an expert in Google, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok ad managers so that we can increase the budget to about $1,000 to $1,500 a month for ad space. But the problem is I need somebody who really knows what they're doing, because I don't want to spend $1,000 to $1,500 a month and not get the results that we want. And then the last one is to secure new business-to-business distribution channels by getting co-seasons products placed in at least 3 major retail chains over the next 12 months to increase availability and the sales volume. So that's Walmart, Publix, Target, AFES, Amazon, Sprouts, and Winn-Dixie. So we're going to get it within one of those 3 in the next 12 months. And the resources that we need is, number one, become get my certification as a disabled veteran certified business. Second, that's going to help me become a government contractor. So then I can take availability of those opportunities, the things that may be available to someone who has seasonings in different government entities. Then find inroads to the VA procurement process and officers or representatives. Like if there's a veteran that works in the Walmart or Publix or Sam's Club or Costco's or BJ's or Target or AFES or Winn-Dixie, in addition to smaller chains, somebody that works there that may be more favorable to getting veterans in. So yeah, and then she told me that at the end I can do the second one for a co-publishing house. So because we already have a website, we already have a staff. We've got graphic designer, web designers, people that are on our team to help us do the products and do the stuff we need. I just need more in the area of our marketing and our distribution channels. So yes, ma'am.
Cool. So here's what I would say to that. Fun fact, certification is something that I can get on a soapbox about, in case everyone's ever wondering, and we wrote a 36-page paper on it one time. There are two types of certifications out there. There's the government certification that you'll go through the SBA. When you go through the SBA, you automatically qualify for any of the other certifications that you get. So you would qualify for also the minority certification. If you're an SCV/SOB, you would also qualify for the disabled certification. Immediately, you'd get all 3. It's only good for the government, and they only care about it for the government. Corporates don't take that one anymore, typically, for a lot of different reasons, and we could list them off, but you don't want a history lesson right now. So if you want to go through corporates, there are 2 that you can go for. There's Novova, and there's MVBDC.
Because there is no one universal one. So
because there's no one universal one. Okay. So that's the veteran one. I would suggest that Novova has more retail underneath
spell
it.
that?
So Navoba. So that one has more retail under it. They're friends with CVS, they're friends with Target, they're friends with Walmart, they're friends with Amazon. You do not need to be veteran owned to be on Amazon, though. Amazon does have a veteran owned tag that you can put on it, and people can actually search by veteran owned. They can also search by Black owned. They can also search by women owned. They can also search by all of those things too. So you want to make sure that anytime that you look into certification that you consider all of your identities and figure out which one's best for you. Okay, so SCV/SOB may be great, but there are some corporations that are not prioritizing SCV/SOB right now. They're prioritizing minority, or they're prioritizing disability, or they're prioritizing women. So you just kind of need to figure out, so you just kind of have to figure out which one might fit best. So NMSDC is who you'd go to for a minority certification. Anyways, all that to say, NMSDC, sorry. That said, Amazon, you don't have to be certified to get on. They actually have classes that you can take immediately to figure out. We'll be hosting a webinar, but we also host a lot of workshops with them too. So I would look into that. The other thing I would look into is you start to build following. Where we have seen a lot of our people have a lot of success is they partner. So like Matt down here in the Panhandle, is that Butler? Yeah, he's in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
He has, thank you. He has like a summer game called Rollers. And now he has Tally Tumbler. What he did in the beginning is he would partner with a bunch of the guys like Matt Griffin from Combat Flip Flops and create like, here's your summer veteran owned guide. And they would have like this great social media thing where they'd be pushing like, here's flip flops and I have a game and this guy has seasonings. And it's like this great summer package, and they would all do that. And then Fox News picked them up and just took their like thing as a story, and I was like, here's your summer buying guide, and it was like all veteran-owned summer products. So like, think of it that way. Go find a like-minded, I don't know, meat guy, person, thing, right? And figure out if you can do like, if you can do like a like branding tour type thing, or like
jerky,
branding like thing, jerky, something like that your seasonings can work with, because then you're not working as hard to get it out on social media. I will also say this: do not discount micro influencers. I know you know the difference. I heard you talking about it earlier. Walmart actually won't use macro influencers; they only use micro influencers typically. And so we do know the people that like manage that for Walmart, and they say that they get a gajillion times more traction with micro, and so they stopped paying macro. So just one thing to consider as you go forward on that, as you look forward. But what? Open call? Yeah, and then open call. I talked to you about that already. Okay. Yeah. So cool. Yes. Yeah.
I was just going to add to that. Also, nano influencers might be easier to target.
Yeah.
And sign up, if you haven't already, for IBMF's Buy Military Shopping Guide.
Yeah.
So if anyone has a product or service, there's a service category as well. Through the IBMF, we are doing a Christmas in July spectacular where we're just going to push, for a marketing purpose, the Buy Military Shopping Guide. But that is also where we pick up all of our speaker gifts, and where we send some of our alumni that are looking, or corporate partners who are looking for veteran-owned gifts. We'll send them to our Buy Military Shopping Guide to research.
Swag bag.
Swag bag.
Cool.
That's great.
Thank you.